You know that feeling? You're crushing it, making progress, and then, poof, it all just falls apart. Well, what if I told you the way to really change your life is to get a little extreme?
Yeah, that quote, it just hits you, right? It's that awful sinking feeling when you realize the important stuff, your real goals, are getting pushed aside for junk. And usually this whole thing starts with a breaking point. You know, that one moment where you just can't take it anymore.
So let's look at this guy, Dan Coe, back in 2021. On paper, things were great. Business was taking off, he was in the gym, even writing a book. But then the weekend would hit. Concerts, drinking, all the fun stuff, right? Wrong. It would completely wreck his week. He'd spend like 4 or 5 days just trying to get back on track, only to do it all over again. And then came this one birthday trip to Seattle, and that was it. That was the final straw. He was completely fed up.
And you know what he did? The moment he got back, he made this absolutely wild decision. He just disappeared, vanished, stopped answering texts, became a ghost. Any invitation, any party, anything that could possibly pull him off track, it was an instant no. He didn't just tweak a few habits. Nope, he blew the whole thing up and started from scratch, all at once.
And just like that, everything changed for him. Suddenly, discipline wasn't a struggle anymore. His mind felt sharp, his body felt strong, his business was on fire. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because it's not just some pull yourself up by your bootstraps story. There is actual, hard science that explains why going this extreme is so incredibly effective.
Okay, so the first big idea here is something called neuroplasticity. Basically, your brain can rewire itself. Imagine your brain is like a grassy field. Every time you have a thought or do an action, you walk a little path in that field. The more you do it, the deeper that path gets. The old saying in neuroscience is, neurons that fire together, wire together. Well, when you go all in, when you go extreme, you're not just walking a new path. You're bringing in a bulldozer and paving a 6-lane superhighway. It makes the new behavior the easiest possible route for your brain to take.
Look, we all hear consistency is key, and yeah, it is. But there's another level to this. When you attack a goal with absolute obsessive focus, you're creating something new and challenging for your brain. It's a shock to the system, and that forces your brain to adapt, like super fast. That intense focus becomes your new normal, your new baseline. You're not just forming a new habit, you're literally building a new brain.
All right, reason number 2. Obsession mixes up this amazing cocktail of chemicals in your brain. And we're not talking about chasing some prize or reward. We're talking about tapping into the stuff that really lights you up from the inside. Things like curiosity, real passion for what you're doing, a sense of purpose, having control over your own life, and that amazing feeling of getting better at something. When those are your fuel, your brain just floods with all the good stuff, like dopamine. It gets you into that flow state where you lose track of time and high performance it feels good. It feels natural.
And number 3, and this one is kind of mind-blowing. Your brain acts like a filter for reality. The pioneer of this idea, Maxwell Maltz, put it perfectly. He said, if you think of yourself as a failure, you will literally find ways to fail, even if success is handed to you on a silver platter. But flip that switch. When you get obsessed with a goal, your brain's filter changes. It starts highlighting everything that can help you, opportunities, people, ideas. It's like your own personal search engine for success. You're not getting luckier. Your brain is just finely tuned to the right frequency.
Okay, so it's pretty clear that obsession works. But what if you're sitting there thinking, that's great, but I just feel lost. I don't feel obsessed with anything. Well, here's the cool part. The answer comes from this wild idea that order actually comes from chaos. Think about it. Your room gets super messy, and that chaos finally forces you to create a system, to get organized. It's the same thing with your life.
So our minds have this natural tendency to get messy and disorganized. It's called psychic entropy. It's that feeling of just having mental clutter everywhere. But have you ever watched water go down a drain? It starts out all chaotic, splashing around, and then boom, it organizes itself into a perfect, orderly whirlpool. Your life can do the exact same thing. Sometimes you have to let things get a little chaotic to force a new, better order to emerge.
So that feeling of being lost, of your life being a total mess, that's not a sign you're failing. It's a signal. It's an opportunity. It's that exact moment when you're being torn between who you are right now and who you could be. And that tension, that discomfort, that's the tipping point. That's where the breakthrough happens. It's the chaos right before the new, higher version of you can step forward.
So, when you hit that point, when you feel that friction, that's your cue. That's when it's time to go.
It's time to disappear for, say, 6 months and go into what we'll call holistic monk mode. Now, this isn't about becoming a hermit and hating the world. No way. It's a focused, intense sprint designed to completely change the direction of your life.
And the framework for this is super simple. It's got two parts, defense and offense. Your defense is all about subtraction. You get rid of the junk. You just rip off the Band-Aid and say no to all the people, habits, and distractions that suck your energy. Then you go on offense. This is about building the new you proactively. It's about chasing things that are good, true, and beautiful.
All right, let's talk offense. This is the fun part. This is how you actually build that new reality. And it all boils down to 4 simple but incredibly powerful habits. First up, one project. That's it, one. For 1 hour every single day, you do deep, uninterrupted work on the one thing that has the power to change your entire career. We're not talking about checking emails or doing busy work. This is about laying the foundation for your future, one focused brick at a time. And here's a great little framework for what that project should look like. It needs to be good, meaning it actually helps other people, it solves a real problem. It needs to be true, something that forces you to learn real skills and get tangible results. And it needs to be beautiful, which just means it's an expression of you, of your unique personality and what you actually give a damn about.
Habit number 2, one book. Just read for 30 minutes a day. Why? It's simple. You can't expect a different life if you're running on the same old mental software. You need new information coming in to get new results going out. Think of it as your daily mental upgrade.
Third, we have one meditation. 10 minutes a day. And please, forget all that stuff about emptying your mind. That's not what this is about. This is the opposite. It's about filling your mind with what's actually around you. It's about practicing how to notice the incredible detail in the world that we normally just walk right past.
So here's what you can do. Next time you're walking, just focus on the feeling of your feet hitting the pavement. That's it. Or go outside and just stare at a tree. I mean, really look at it. Notice the texture of the bark, the way the leaves move. When you're talking to someone you love, don't just hear the words, listen to the meaning behind them. The whole point is to break out of that autopilot, surface-level way of living and start finding how amazing the ordinary, everyday stuff really is.
And finally, number 4, one workout every single day. Look, your body is the vehicle you're driving through life. It's the engine for everything. Your creativity, your focus, your ability to handle stress. It all starts with your physical health. This is non-negotiable. It's the foundation of the whole thing. Socrates said it best, right? It's a total shame to go through life and never see what your body is actually capable of, the strength and beauty it holds. Because when your health is bad, that problem doesn't stay in your body. It creeps upwards. It messes with your mind. It sabotages your work. It poisons your relationships. It's all connected.
So there you have it. One project, one book, one meditation, one workout. 4 simple habits to completely overhaul your life. So my question to you is, what would happen if you gave yourself permission to be a little extreme, to just get sick and tired of being sick and tired? What would happen if you disappeared for the next 6 months and came back as someone no one even recognizes?